What is up, guys? Amp here with the second episode of Freeze Frame. Now, before we get started today, I want to apologize for my absence last week. I started a new job and I've been working every day for the last week, so I'm a little bit offset with all this commentary stuff. Anyway, I also want to make sure that you guys saw my latest commentary, where I actually give you some news, including tryouts for my new Black Ops Game Battles team. I'm interested in getting some of you guys involved, so go make sure you watch that and learn how to start getting involved. So, now that that's out of the way, I have some MLG Reach gameplay for you today. It's going to be Team Slayer on Sanctuary. This game isn't really that stellar by any means, but we end up pulling it out in the end. And I'm playing with my buddy Shizzy, and I'm going to link him on screen right now because he's an awesome player. He's got some videos up on his own channel. And instead of taking you through the situations before they happen, today I'll be analyzing my decisions I made in this game after the fact. So you'll see some of my thought process in analyzing how that worked out for me, especially with the sort of shot I have this game, which was not that great. So let's go ahead and get started.
Slayer. Gain the lead. Lost the lead.
So to start this game, I end up rushing ring 1 to try to get camo, which ends up being a bad idea in this case. I end up sort of juking out that one kid, but I never made a really conscious effort to burn the camo, which ends up hurting us in the end. I end up sprinting into a pillar, which eventually leading to my death down at our bond. But making sure you keep aware of your surroundings. In that case, I wasn't thinking about that sort of the glitch in the wall there. But keep in mind that when you're turning while sprinting, it's going to be a lot slower than usual, which can be a big problem if you're trying to juke out somebody in your escape. After getting 2 players weak over in their rocks, I made sure I avoided the sniper that I ended up hearing his shots because they were coming from the hut behind me. I make sure I get a few shots in the player that's left in their hut, and I kind of unnecessarily risked my life in this case because I should have backed down sooner since my shields were already a little bit weak at the start of the battle. After pulling this nice flank into their flag, and with support from my teammates being the distraction over on car side, I end up weak on their health pack. Now I need to stay a little unpredictable here, hence the reason I'm sitting right there, kind of half in the open at their health pack, waiting to just try to surprise an opponent coming up from their rock ramp. Since I have a teammate over on their hut who's actually now on their flag, I'll be able to use that as a distraction to be able to kill some of the guys coming up their rock ramp.
Killing spree.
I end up cleaning up 2 more kills while keeping my placement here in their base, but I then challenge an unknown player coming from their hut, which is not a smart move since they may have their power weapon, the sniper, which just spawned in their hut, and he ends up having it. So I end up getting destroyed by a quickscope. So make sure you understand what's going on around you and what kind of players are going to be approaching you from what direction. Since I was in rocks, they're going to spawn over at hut, and since sniper had just spawned, he got it and ended up killing me. After spotting the two players in Ring 2 from their jump up, I called them out and pushed back to our side to try to get a little flank going. Unfortunately, they had been setting up for camo, so they had backup on the way already. But I ended up burning camo, and after getting that kill, because there were still kids on Ring 2, they were able to kill me. And they had the height advantage, and I was already one shot, so that was unfortunate. But I ended up burning camo in the process, as well as trading the kill.
Lost the lead.
Rushing over to their sniper guy and stealing it from him, I try to escape a little bit from this unfortunate battle where I'm down a snipe shot. Even though I could have been a little bit more sneaky over in our courtyard, I tried to just get the sniper back to our side, and it ended up getting me killed because I was a little bit too predictable. In this situation, taking out their sniper was probably the best thing I could do. I freed up passage from our teammates to go Ring 1, even though they were kind of getting torn up in Ring 2. It just gives you a little bit of extra flank room to help out your teammates. Ring 2 control is important, but only if you can get like 2 or 3 people well shielded to jump up and help out. Where I knew Shizzy had already been up at jump up, and he wasn't full shields, he was almost one shot, so I went for the power weapon to grab instead of trying to help out Ring 2.
Gained the lead. Lost the lead. Tied the leader.
Fighting from courtyard to the rocks is very bad positioning on my part. There are a lot more options for cover in rocks, and there's also an easy route, taking car straight up above me, getting the height advantage, and maybe even jumping over behind me. Fortunately, we had a little bit of ring control, and so they were able to suppress those efforts to get up to car, and my teammate comes from pillars and helps me out by sitting at jump up and suppressing some of them from there. So I am able to survive and help out for another ring push.
Lost the lead. Tied the leader. Lost the lead.
In this situation, we were a man up, so I tried to push up and finish off a guy on pillars. Unfortunately, my aggressive play runs me straight into the camo guy, who ends up helping his teammate get the kill. Although, this also helped us pinpoint where camo guy was, so that our setup couldn't be dismantled by him slipping past us.
Tied the leader. the lead.
My last two deaths resulted from carelessness on my part. My actions in the two deaths here were, first off, I was trying to support my teammates on car side, and then the second time around I was trying to obtain some ring control by going to their jump up. But in both cases I ended up getting swarmed by some enemy players, since I was sort of alone in the position I was in. So these were bad moves on my part because I was sort of encroaching on enemy territory by myself.
Revenge. Tie the leader. Gain the lead. Lost the lead. Tie the leader. Lost the lead.
So my last few deaths were caused by a couple things. First off, my first one was caused by me sticking to pillars to try to stay with Shiz because he was staying back sniping, because I'd been realizing I'd been pushing up too much alone and getting killed. So my second one was I was trying to hunt down that camo player and their rocks, and it kind of cost me a little bit. Finally, I was going to push up ring 2 because I was getting a little frustrated, but going up against the ring 3 player ended up getting me killed by the sniper, who was sort of my main focus when I got up to ring 2. So my aggression ended up getting me distracted and ended up getting me killed.
Tied the leader. Lost the lead.
While shifting targets is sometimes necessary to staying alive, sometimes so is chasing or outsmarting the original target, so you end up having a better positioning to then support your teammates. In this case, I eat the backsmack thanks to the thought that I thought the sniper would stay on this perch, but I ended up getting killed because I tried to support my teammates a little faster. Before we move on to the final few firefights, I want to point out that if you noticed, I stayed alive very long in our sniper hut, using all sorts of cover, while still assisting my teammates' kills and spotting players across the map. This sort of tactic is really necessary in slow games, especially if you're getting really close to the end, like 48, 47. So make sure you use this sort of tactic of staying alive, make sure you don't expose yourself too much, but at the same time you need to be able to help out your teammates by spotting and getting shots onto people.
Double kill. Tied the leader.
With one kill left in the game, both teams are going to be sticking to their side and making sure nobody makes mistakes. We're running in a pack of 3 here with a sniper supporting us who ends up being Shizzy back in our base. And also I'm venturing up into Ring 2 right now to try to flank a one lone red player on their side of the map, sort of pushed up a little bit too far. I also noticed that one of my teammates is over under their car, so I'm going to need to support his push a little bit, or else we're probably going to end up losing. And that, ladies and gentlemen, ends our game for today. My gamble pushing Ring 2 ended up paying off. With some spam DMR shots on a weak player in the rocks, we end up getting that final kill. I ended up positive 8 in this game, which surprised me in the post game because I felt like I was doing poorly, especially with some of the bad DMR battles in that game. Anyways, I hope you found something in this video helpful and enjoyed it even if you didn't. And we'll see you guys on Friday for a regular commentary. Later.